Okay, let's dive into something really interesting today. We've got this set of sources framed as Dynaxioms, numbers 3241 through 3250.
That's right, yeah, Dynaxioms. The idea is they're not fixed truths, more like shifting observations about things, about us, the world.
Right, dynamic. And so our mission here really is to dig into these 10 specific points, see what insights are hiding there. They seem to cover quite a range: personal beliefs, tech, impact, relationships.
Exactly. We're trying to see what these little nuggets tell us about human nature, how we see things, maybe how things change. It's about looking closely, beyond just the surface level.
Okay, let's kick off then. 3241. This sounds simple. Just because you said it yourself doesn't mean you'll always believe it yourself.
And the sources really dig into this idea that, something you felt strongly about years ago, maybe that's just not where you are now.
Yeah.
It really points to how our identity isn't static, right? We sort of treat our past words like gospel for who we are today. But this axiom says, hold on, maybe that past self is, well, almost someone else.
So relying on their truth for your truth now could be tricky.
Exactly. Misleading, even. It suggests maybe we need to be a bit more understanding of who we were and more aware of who we are now.
That makes sense. Okay, shifting a bit. 3242. This one feels very current. Artificial intelligence insidiously removes willingness.
Oh, yeah. The examples given are pretty stark, aren't they? Like,
Yeah.
not bothering to tune your guitar because generated music is perfect instantly.
Right. Or abandoning practice because AI can just mimic skills.
And the insight there, I think, goes deeper than just convenience. It's about losing that drive for effortful engagement. We trade the process, the struggle, the learning part.
For the easy result.
Precisely. AI doesn't just do tasks for us. It risks kind of hollowing out the desire to do things that need work. It makes us, willing to be unwilling.
That's, quite a thought. And 32243 follows up with something almost more, fundamentally unsettling. Rationality can be only a temporary illusion.
And it links that specifically to relationships, suggesting they shift because maybe the brain itself is changing. Stress, environment, who knows?
So our basic assumption about people being consistently rational, that's maybe flawed.
Well, this axiom challenges it directly. It suggests rationality isn't a fixed trait, but maybe a state, a temporary one, influenced by all sorts of dynamic factors, internal and external.
Wow. Okay. So if someone seems rational today...
That could just be the conditions today. Those conditions might change tomorrow. Makes understanding people feel a lot more complex, doesn't it?
Definitely harder. Wow. Okay, 3244. This one's about lived experience. One would have brushed elbows with a cult to fully understand it. Once you're awake, you're less likely to fall back to sleep.
Right. This speaks to needing, actual proximity to get certain things.
Yeah.
You can study something intense like that from afar.
But it's not the same.
It's not. The axiom suggests real understanding, and crucially, getting free from it needs that internal experience, that waking up moment.
Yeah.
It creates a different kind of knowledge. Harder to unlearn, maybe.
Immersive knowledge. Okay, then we have a few about action and observation. 3245 is pretty direct. If you're doing something, you're more likely to be onto something. It puts the mind in motion.
Yeah, this one's sort of an antidote to getting stuck in your head, right? Overthinking. The core idea is that action isn't just the end point of thinking.
It can be the starting point.
Exactly. It generates ideas, shows you what works, what doesn't, things you'd miss just thinking. It's like biasing yourself towards action to figure things out.
A practical one. Then 32246. Envy is the perfect way to know yourself. Simple.
Yeah, painfully simple.
And that 3247 follows nicely. If you can't have a skill for life, at least have an interest for life.
These two kind of work together, don't they? 3246 highlights a really unproductive internal state. Focusing on others just hurts you.
Right.
And 3247 offers a better way. Just stay curious. An ongoing interest keeps your mind engaged, open. It's a different kind of reward than mastery or comparing yourself.
Keeps you moving forward. Then 32248. Feels a bit cynical, maybe, but relatable. We're all silently complaining about something.
Yeah. It's less about the actual complaints, I think, and more about that background hum of dissatisfaction or noticing friction. Even when we seem perfectly fine on the outside, it's just a common human thing, apparently.
A universal quiet grumble. Okay, 3249. This one has a twist. You'll make enemies if you try to be too virtuous or righteous. Trying is the problem.
Interesting. Right. It suggests the issue isn't actually being good. It's the effort to appear good. that trying.
The performance of it.
Exactly. It can come across as judgmental, maybe superior, like you're seeking approval for it. And that's what rubs people the wrong way, apparently. Not the virtue itself, but the performance.
Makes sense. Okay, last one, 3250. Your success is always the one everyone else wants, but it might not be for you. You're still seeking another more personal success.
This one hits on that gap between outside validation and what actually feels right inside. The success people see and maybe envy the job, the status.
The shiny stuff.
Yeah, that's often the world's definition of success. But the axiom points to that quieter, internal search for something else, something that really aligns with your values, even if nobody else gets it.
That's really powerful. So wrapping up this deep dive, we've gone from the fluid self to AI chipping away at willingness, the idea of temporary rationality.
I mean, for direct experience, the power of just doing something.
Right, and observations on envy, complaining, performed virtue, and chasing different kinds of success. It's quite a spectrum from just 10 points.
It really is. When you unpack them, they do challenge some basic assumptions we might have.
Absolutely, which leads nicely into a final thought these sources kind of leave us with, something for you, the listener, to maybe mull over. If that idea from 3D243 is true, that the rationality we see in others, maybe even in ourselves, can be this temporary illusion swayed by things we don't even see, what does that really mean for how we interact, how we understand people?
Does it mean we need to be more flexible, less quick to judge?
Maybe. Or perhaps it means understanding isn't a one-time thing. Like you never really have someone figured out. It's constant reassessment.
It's a continuous process.
Yeah. What does that dynamic nature of rationality imply about building relationships or even just making decisions about your own life, something to think about?